Now, you mentioned some big companies there, Burger King, McDonald's, I think you even said Tesco before the interview started.
Tesco as well.
How have they changed this? What have they done to the process to make it a more friendly process for these chickens who are producing eggs for us to eat?
Depending on how you view it, it could be sad news in a sense that they haven't changed as yet. They will be changing in about 5 years. Some
So
are
they haven't
asking.
changed.
They haven't changed. Let's remember that what happened is that when you buy the cages this year in 2016, 2015, let's say, you give it at least 10 years to 15 years to structurally deform and really not be right to house the chickens. So this is the time that they are asking. They're asking for the time to say that, look, we already have these systems in place. Give us about 10 years or 15 years so that when we do away with them, we introduce new systems. And of course, there are alternatives here, Jennifer. I know in the European Union, they've discarded all this from 2012 already, saying that we do not want eggs that are coming from these systems. And then they were having these discussions way back in the early 90s, late 1990s as well. So this is what they've done in Europe, but this is what we as well can do, because it is doable. I know that in Europe they've introduced what they call enriched cages, where there is a place for chickens to nest, where the cages are a little bit bigger, but consumers are asking for cage-free. They do not want chickens that are kept in cages. And there are alternatives to that. You can keep these chickens there without cages in them, definitely.
10 to 15 years sounds like a long time.
10 to 15 years sounds like a long time, but to be, I mean, for the chickens, it needs to be tomorrow. But if there is no law that says what you are doing as a farmer is wrong, unfortunately, we'll have to take the higher route to say that, okay, this system lasts for 10 to 15 years, therefore, to accommodate the farmer. Farmer is willing, says that I cannot throw 20 million, 30 million out and bring stuff again that is worth another 20, 30 million again, which is wrong, because we're looking at things economically. That's how we do not see the sentience of the animal that produces these eggs. We just say, what about economics? So how much will it cost me? How much will this process of changing cost me? This is what will end. We need to move away from that. If we're to talk about sustainability as well, we should be looking at not only the farmer receiving the money, but the workers who are working in these systems and the animals that are producing these eggs as well.
Should there be a law?
Happy news is that the government of South Africa is already working on something like that. As early as next week, the second week of February, there is an animal welfare implementation plan that is taking place in Elsenburg in Cape Town, near Stellenbosch, where we'll be looking at the foundation of the new Animal Welfare Act. That process will take about maybe 5 years, 7 years, but we're looking into modern laws that are speaking to these issues exactly.